Market update on the 15th. So I made that video a few hours ago and it looks like it's playing out pretty much like I was talking about. We went down, I think I made that video around 393. We're at 389 now. So almost a 1% difference. After I made that video though, my problem with trading is I always sell too early. So I get anxious and I always end up selling because SPY, when you're trading it, is just so back and forth. You really got to have conviction when you're trading it. If you don't have conviction, it's just so easy to just sell if you have a gain. Let's say you have a small gain. It's so hard to hold to your target because there's so much whipsaw back and forth. And so it's pretty annoying sometimes when you sell and it keeps on going towards where your target was. And that's exactly what happened to me today. I sold around, I made the video around 393, I think. And then I ended up selling around here, I think, like 391.40 or something like that. So I made some good profit, but then I walk away from the computer, come back and look again, and I think it was at 389 or something like that. And then I ended up looking at this being a third wave right here. And I tried to buy the fourth wave, which I don't recommend doing. It's stupid because the fourth wave, not only does it chop a lot, it can take a long time too. And so it gets really annoying if you get into it and you're just waiting. And then moves like this happen. I got into it and I got stopped out because of this move right here. It literally went within like a minute all the way up to like 391.04. I got stopped out. Ended up like making some money on the day, but not as much as I want. We immediately go down to the very bottom and then come back up. I rebought puts and I'm holding them right now going into tomorrow. So we'll see what happens. We're down after hours. That looks good to me, but we'll see what happens. They're for September 30th. So if there's a big move higher, even though we're down after hours, then I don't think it'll be that big of a deal unless they do some kind of crazy move higher. But if you look at this chart, it's just like, how is this going to go? How is this going to go higher here? You know. So we have just a downtrend chop basically. So I don't see any way, unless they really just want to get it way up here. I don't see any way we can get above like 396 anytime soon. If it were to, it'd have to come up here and then bounce and then, you know, move around first before it's not going to go straight up to 400 now anymore. And I think that the most likely scenario is pretty much what I laid out in the last video. We are looking at like a 3, 4, 1, and this is a fifth wave. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, A, B, C, 2. And then this is not the third wave because it doesn't go outside of the parallel line. So we consider that the first wave. If you go down to the 5-minute time frame, you'll see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. And then ABC 2 comes back to about the 0.78 fib, pretty standard. And then if you take the parallel line here, let me get rid of this first. Parallel line from here to here, you'll see that it barely breaks outside of it. And then here's the thing that's kind of sketchy is this is the first wave, this is second wave, this is 1, 2, 3, and this is a fourth wave. It goes past the 0.5 fib. But then again, that was that move that I was talking about where I got stopped out. That was such a frustrating move for me because it was clear they were just trying to take out stop losses and it worked on me. So I guess they did their job, but I think that was kind of a BS move higher. And we didn't break into the first wave, so I'm still considering this being the fourth wave, even though it broke the 50% retracement. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So tomorrow, like it's down right now, we're looking for a break of 388.84, and my target for the overall fifth wave of this third wave is it's got to be outside of this move right here. hold on for 1 second. So 1, 2. I think this is the same parallel line, yeah. So it's got to get outside of this parallel line right here. And so I'm looking for, actually, let me draw this a little bit farther. So it's got to get outside of this right here. So if we're in a fifth wave, I'm expecting tomorrow, if this is actually going to end up being valid, we got to come down pretty much to like 386 tomorrow. So we can get a valid third wave, plus the 1.61 fib of this, if this is a third wave, is at 386.71. So I'm expecting a big move down tomorrow morning, if this is correct, for another 1% move, and then that would end the overall fifth wave. So we're looking for a fifth wave right here of the overall third wave. So we would only be on the third wave. Let's say we get down here tomorrow, we go to like 386. That would be, we would then be looking for a pullback to probably 388 maybe. So let me get a fourth wave, we'll say 388 into the end of the day maybe, or maybe, actually, you know what? They're probably going to finish this tomorrow, I would think. So 386, 388, and then we'd be looking for, this goes all the way up here. So we'd be looking for, yeah, 381 to 380 tomorrow would be kind of like a rough guess of where it could go if this is correct. Maybe they take this into the weekend and it happens next week. That's a possibility too. It is quad witching though, and so we'll see what happens. But that would be my target for the overall fifth wave, somewhere in here. So let's say the 16th at 1445, and then that would be the overall fifth wave. And the overall, we zoom out here, that could potentially just be the overall, I know this is kind of scrambled now, that could be the overall C wave, so A, B, C, and then we go higher. Or that could just be, like I said before, this could be a first wave, second wave, and that could just be the first wave of the overall third wave. So we'll see what happens, but I would just focus on the short-term price action. And in summary, we're looking for a move down to like 386 in the morning, bounce to 388, and then a move down to 380-ish to complete the overall C wave or the overall first wave of the overall third wave. So I know it's kind of confusing, but pretty much just focus on this for tomorrow. 3, 4, 5 is what I'm looking at. On the upside, if I'm wrong, then pretty much if I'm wrong, I would expect some kind of move. I'm not expecting this, but let's say it happens. Let's say we go to like 392. It's going to be like a pullback. It's going to be something like this, and then it's going to be, it's not going to be like straight up, obviously. So that's kind of like what I would expect if it ends up going higher from here, which I don't think it's going to, because that would just completely invalidate the whole chart, and that'd be really weird. And we're selling off after hours. I don't know what the news is after hours, but maybe it's just selling off without news. I don't know. But anyway, that's what I got for now. Let's take a look at the VIX too. The VIX closed out kind of weak, but I think there's a good chance. It looks like it's kind of in like an ABC B wave, and then we get a C wave higher tomorrow. That's kind of what I would look for. If we zoom out here on the 2-hour time frame, there's potential actually that we finish this fourth wave. So 1, 2, 3, ABC 4, and we are taking off for the overall fifth wave. Those targets are still the same, 28.90 to 29.52, all the way up to 33. The reason 33, because the first wave, the 1.61 fib, is 33. So we'll see what happens with the VIX, and then we got the dollar. The dollar is just holding here, and I don't know, the dollar is making me kind of bullish on the overall market because I feel like it's just holding there, waiting for this move to be finished, and then we're going to go lower. That's kind of my thoughts right now. And so, I don't know. I think there's a good chance that 380 could be the bottom going into Powell. And then, well, we could go double bottom with June too. But there's a chance that 380 is the bottom. So, dollar, same spot, hasn't really moved again today. So, looking for lower to 103 or 104. And that's pretty much it. I'll put the key takeaways in the description, but I would be looking for potentially 380 tomorrow or on Monday if the 5-wave move plays out for the overall C wave or the overall first wave. Let me know what you think in the comments, and how are you playing this? Are you trading SPY? Any other general comments, just let me know, and I'll put out another update tomorrow, probably maybe midday if we get the move down. If we end up, this move plays out, I'll probably put out an update around like 11 or 12 o'clock. So I will see you then.